I'm Dr. Vanita Rattan. I'm a doctor, but I'm also a cosmetic formulator specifically for skin of color. So today's video is all about varicose veins and what we can do about it. What are your options and when do you need to go and see a doctor? So varicose veins are basically seen as blue bulges under the skin that tend to be on the legs and feet. It is far more common in females than in males with a 2-to-1 ratio. And it's actually very common in adults, with 25% of adults having varicose veins. So it's something that actually vast majority of us have. Generally, you'll feel that the skin may feel tender, the skin may feel that the feet may swell, and the skin can often feel itchy. So what causes varicose veins? What exactly is going on? So deoxygenated blood needs to work its way from the feet all the way back to the heart. Now, generally, veins that are deeper will have more help from surrounding muscles, but superficial veins don't have the same musculature around it and actually tend to rely more on valves. Valves basically stop backflow of deoxygenated blood going back. So it will go in this direction, close, and not allow blood to go back in this direction. It's like a one-way valve, basically. The problem occurs when these valves no longer work. So imagine that these valves are opening in one direction, so allowing blood to go in this direction, but actually they are bulging and bulging and bulging when blood basically sits and pools. And that's what then leads to varicose veins. Vast majority of the time, they're not harmful, but generally women feel uncomfortable with them from a cosmetic perspective. It can affect what clothes you wear, whether you wear short skirts or not, or, whether you expose your legs or not. And that can be quite restrictive, actually. When your body or something you're self-conscious about, you have to change your wardrobe in order to accommodate the thing you're self-conscious about. That's quite restrictive, actually. So that's why I wanted to make this video. So what triggers it? It tends to be triggered by increased pressure of the abdomen. So for example, pregnancy, constipation, or even just a sedentary lifestyle. So if you're not working out your muscles, for example, then your veins aren't getting the support that it needs in order to help push blood in that direction. The first thing to be aware of is when it's not just a cosmetic issue. So there are three main instances where I'd say it's time to call a doctor. One is if you're getting flaking of the skin or changing of color of skin on top of the ulcer. It could be static dermatitis. The reason this is dangerous is because then it can develop into an ulcer and you do not want to get to that stage. So as soon as you start seeing flaking of the skin or change of color of the skin on top of the varicose vein, it's time to call your doctor. If the skin feels warm and tender, then it could be a sign of a blood clot. And that, again, is dangerous. It's not something it's not a cosmetic issue at that point. And the third instance is if trauma has occurred. If trauma has occurred and you're getting bleeding, then you want pressure, elevation, and again, you want to call your doctor. Now, if it's just superficial varicose veins and you don't have any of those other issues, then we can use conservative management. So that would mean things like elevating your legs for 15 minutes a day with compression stockings. What you want to do is to help blood back up to the heart and prevent this pooling of blood taking place. Of course, it's really important to manage any pain that can be associated. So ibuprofen, aspirin, if you're feeling discomfort. Now, the surgical options are when the varicose veins are really affecting your quality of life, and conservative management isn't enough. Large veins can be removed under general anesthetic. The second common one is ligation and stripping, and that's basically when they cut the vein at the top and the bottom and they literally pull it out. So literally stripping the vein out. Recovery for this can be 1 to 3 weeks, so actually quite a long time. And the third option I did a TikTok on actually is sclerotherapy, and this is when an injection is essentially put into the vein and you can almost see these unhealthy veins collapsing, and it's dramatic. It takes place, it's best for superficial veins, and it's actually really satisfying to watch. So do head over to my TikTok to see what sclerotherapy looks like, and that's Dr. Vanita Rattan. And the last option is endovenous laser treatment. And what happens is under ultrasound guidance, they will basically thread a laser up the vein and seal it, and they'll continue to seal it all the way down. Endovenous laser treatment is becoming more popular because actually your downtime is not as long as major surgery, and it's very effective. In terms of lifestyle and what you can do in order to help yourself, number one is weight loss. Number two is exercise. You want to be using your muscles, especially in your lower legs, to help pump blood back. Jobs that tend to require you to stand for a long period of time aren't ideal either. From a fashion perspective, I would also opt for nude tights that are opaque, don't let light through. So then you can wear whichever, shorts and skirts and things that you might want to wear that you might feel that you can't wear with completely bare legs. So I know a lot of people who do that, and actually it does expand your wardrobe and it does let you feel more free. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr. Vanita Rattan and Skincare by Dr. V. I'm on TikTok, Dr. Vanita Rattan too, and I now have a private Facebook group called Dr. V Inky Hackers. So please do join that because I do monthly lives, just my Facebook group. It is a private group, so you will be asked some questions before you're allowed into the group, but I'm sure you'll all be fine. Don't forget to write down below which other videos you want me to make for you, and do download your free guide for skincare for skin of colour, which is down below too. Thank you.